Hello, you guys. Welcome back to As Told by Kenya. In today's video, we have some topics that really have to do with like stuff that is happening at the end of the year. We are about to go into 2025, and there's all types of things I want to cover before we get to that point. But first, do you guys have any New Year's resolutions that you have been putting off every other year, but 2025 is going to be your year? For me, that is taking a multivitamin. I don't have the worst diet in the world, but my diet could be better. I work out. I've gotten the workout thing under control, but the diet I have not. And I have wanted to use a multivitamin that will help fill the gaps in my diet, the things I am not getting. And that's why Ritual is the perfect sponsor for today's video. The Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is clinically backed, high quality multivitamin for women 18 to 49 to help fill nutritional gaps. You guys know I have some nutritional gaps. As I've been saying, the best thing about this is how easy it is to put into your life. I actually like to leave it in my office because it's easier for me to get to it, because I come in my office every single day. See, you got to make things easy for you. So I come into my office every day, I see my vitamins, and I'm like, oh, I got to take those. I also added the stress relief supplement to it. So I take 3 a day. I take 2 women's multivitamin, and then I take 1 stress relief supplement, and I am about my day. Sometimes I take them downstairs right before I'm about to head out the door or I'm about to go work out. My favorite thing about Ritual is that you can take it with or without food. They have this delayed release capsule, so it's very light on the stomach. You don't have to worry about your stomach hurting. So really, you can take it on the go. You can take it in the morning. It does not matter. Whatever works for you, that is when you should take the multivitamin. Another thing about Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is that it is on a subscription base. Therefore, you do not have to worry about running out. It will be right at your door. You do not have to worry about what is in your Ritual vitamins. They have a clean formula, high quality nutrients, and bioavailable forms. I cannot believe it took me this long to try out Ritual when it comes to my multivitamins, and their Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin makes it very easy for me to know what I should be taking for this stage of my life. So if you would like to try Ritual, scan the QR code right here or go to ritual.com/astoldbykenya 25 to get 25% off your first order. Ritual, thank you so much for sponsoring this portion of the video. Hello, you guys. Like I said earlier, there are some things that happen at the end of the year that I want to come and discuss. I also want to come and discuss some movies I watched, and then I want to discuss how I got scammed and how I'm sick and tired of these influencers. But first, let's discuss the best pop stars of the 21st century list that came out from Billboard. I am here to say, y'all gonna have to divest from list. You guys do the same thing every time any list comes out, and at what point do you guys just start to look like fools? The thing about list and the thing about list culture is that none of it makes any sense, and you guys are the content. I don't think you guys realize you're the content. When you guys start going back and forth, you guys start arguing with each other, you are making the content that is actually going to drive people to their page. A lot of you guys do a bunch of free stuff for other people's gain. And the thing that y'all do is y'all bring attention to stuff whether you like it or don't like it. And you are bringing traction to that thing. And that's what all of this is for. All of this is for to get people to click, 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 click. To people to come over to them to see what people got going on. Would you have given a damn about anything Billboard has going on without this list? No. So Billboard has been like unveiling this list for, I feel, since August. I feel like since August, they have been slowly trickling out these names. Surely it hadn't been that long. It just feels that way. And I feel like no one gave a damn at first. At first, everyone was just like, I don't care, because I think we already have list fatigue from Apple putting out a list of the best 100 albums. I feel like people cared about that, especially once that got to like the top 30. A lot of people invested in that. Every time they unveiled a new album, a lot of people cared. I think when it comes to the list, that one has done the best. I think that had the best like cultural impact, because people really did want to know what Apple Music thought about the best 100 albums, and they posted pictures and they posted, sneaks and, who's this going to be. I think it really worked out for them. So since then, people have been unveiling their own list. I think the first person to unveil a list was Rolling Stone. I think Rolling Stone put out their best 100 albums of the 21st century or of something of all time, and no one gave a damn about that one. So I think they might have done it first, then Apple did it. Now Billboard's giving you the best pop stars of the 21st century. And like I said, there is no point in having any real conversation about this because there's no basis. So when it comes to debate online, you guys know I love sports. I keep saying that. I see people debate all the time. People debate all the times about all types of things. It doesn't matter if it's makeup, sports, music, TV shows, movies. People debate all the time. And quite honestly, I have no issue with that. I have no issue with people coming together and going back and forth on facts. Like, I feel this way, you feel this way, let's discuss the common ground. Because I love pop. I love pop music. I'm a pop girl. I said that to you guys like 4 years ago. I don't want to talk about any other genre of music. My favorite music is to talk about is pop music. And therefore, when it comes to popism, what makes someone a good pop star, how is a pop star successful, I love getting in the weeds about all of that stuff. But the thing is, there has to be a basis. There has to be a basis as to what we're debating, or they're just talking, or we're just standing. We're just collectively standing. That is it. And when it comes to this list, or any list, there's no basis as to what we are coming up with to what makes someone a good pop star. Do they have to be successful? Do they have to be successful? How many albums do they have to sell? Do they have to have a tour? Do they have to be able to sing? Do they have to be able to dance? Do they have to have done this? How much time could they have been doing? There's no basis for any of this stuff. Even let's take, for example, the Billboard list. You have some people be like, success really matters, which fair enough if that's how you feel, if that's a criteria. But I looked at the list and Bruno Mars is down there like in the 20s. And it's just like, if success matters heavily, why is Bruno Mars not up there with Drake and Taylor Swift? If success matters, Bruno Mars is one of the most successful pop stars of the 21st century. So if success matters a lot, if talent matters a lot, Bruno Mars will be up there, right? But then you have someone like Usher who was sitting at like 12, 13. He had a lot of success in a very short period of time. Then he had a lull where no one really cared. He's been able to make a comeback recently, but I don't think his comeback has been for any recent music. So it's just like, how does all this shake? Like, how does any of this stuff, there is nothing. I'm trying to make sense of something that does not exist. And so if you don't have a basis to where everyone can agree, okay, we're talking about longevity, we're talking about talent, we're talking about success, we're talking about talent, how much of this, and then you're not arguing anything. It's just people talking. It's just people talking and having their opinion about nonsense, and everyone is just simply standing. And the thing is, I should be the most happy about this list because my fave, Beyonce, is number 1 on the list. But the thing is, I think that's objective, quite honest with you. I think everyone on that list has done phenomenal things. Everyone on that list has done phenomenal things. I think Rihanna is one of the best pop stars of all time. I think Rihanna is quite brilliant as a pop star. But I think it's objective that Beyonce is the best pop star of the 21st century. But the thing is, like, I don't know what even the criteria is for me to explain that to you. There's things I could tell you that Beyonce has done that's objective, but I don't know what the criteria is. What is the criteria that any of this stuff is based off of for me to be able to tell you, well, this is how? There is none. And that's the problem with every debate that happens online. Debate. It's that everyone just starts standing. Everyone just starts standing. We start dragging each other. We start trying to do the goops and the gags and gag order. And that is it. And that is simply it. We just start, just talking shit to each other and why we think our fave is our fave. And the thing is, we didn't need a list to do that. I didn't need a list to tell you I don't think your fave is as talented as Beyonce. And so, like, what's the point of the damn list? If we gonna end up doing what we always goddamn end up doing, did we actually need the list? No. The list is just there to get people to bring traction to whatever publication they have going on. And the thing is, I love talking about this type of stuff. This list will never do anything for me because I'm more of a niche pop person. I actually rather talk about the pop stars whose name may get lost to history at some point, or they're never going to have a huge day in the sun, so it seems, but they have such a heavy impact on culture. For example, Rosalia. And Rosalia is successful, but I think Rosalia does not get the credit for what Rosalia has been able to do for the past decade. I think Rosalia has a huge impact on current pop music aesthetic. I think what Rosalia is doing is absolutely amazing, and Rosalia does not get her tens. She does not get the tens that she deserves. That's what I rather talk about. Another thing, someone like Lana Del Rey, I think there would be a specific type of music that would not exist right now. I think certain music that people make who are on this best pop stars of the 21st century list in the top 20, their music would not sound the way it sounds without Lana Del Rey. I think Lana Del Rey has had a huge impact on pop music in the way that pop music sounds, and I think she has had an impact on how you are able to become a pop star. And no one will talk about those types of things. I think Tinashe has had a huge impact on the way pop music sounds, the aesthetics of pop music. I think there are some people who have completely ripped Tinashe's aesthetic. And the thing is, I would like to have a conversation about those types of things. Like, we can talk about the big pop stars all day long. We can talk about the big ones all day long, the Rihannas, the Taylors, the Beyoncés, We can talk about them all day long. But I honestly would rather talk about, like, the niche people who, like, obviously are known, but, like, who have had way bigger impacts than the history books will ever give them. That's what I like to talk about. And there are plenty of people on the internet who also want to talk about these things. It's just like, a list ain't never gonna do that, so what's the point of that? So I say that to say this: let the list go. Let the list go. Stop being so damn mad about every goddamn list. You gonna keep being mad. You gonna keep being mad if every time a list, the whole point of the list is to get you mad. Is to get you mad about something. Let's move on. You guys, I saw Wicked and Gladiator in the same weekend. Who did I turn into? Because I'm not the type of person who tries to do like the double header and like, oh, I'm gonna see Gladiator. But I actually ended up doing it. I actually ended up doing it on accident. I knew I wanted to see Gladiator because I love Denzel Washington. So I knew I wanted to see Gladiator. And then I was just like, you know what? I might as well go see Wicked too. And baby, both of these movies are long as shit. Both of these movies are long as shit. One of them I think should have been long just because the source material. The other one had no business being as long as it is, and that is Gladiator. So my opinions on Gladiator is Denzel Washington is oh so brilliant, as Denzel Washington is always so brilliant, and everybody else is trying their best to keep up. I think it lacks some storytelling. I think it also is having a branding issue. I think Gladiator is having a hard time trying to resonate with audience on what type of movie it wants to be. But overall, like 3 out of 5 stars. Denzel is giving it a whole star for me. So 3 out of 5 stars with that one. When it came to Wicked, my issue with Wicked is on the technical issues. I had the same issue that many other moviegoers had. What the hell was going on with the lighting in that movie? What the hell was going on with the lighting in that movie? It could just be my screen. I actually said I want to go see it again at a different movie theater, maybe in one of those AMC sharp screens or something, to see if like it'll be different if I saw it. Maybe it's just my movie theater. I'ma always say use the era first. Maybe it was just my theater, but it just looked like my screen just had a glare to it. It just looked like, you ever back in the day, if you old, like I'm old, those overhead projectors our teachers used to have, and you know how you had to like squeeze it to get it to be crisp? It's like somebody needed to squeeze the thing so my screen could be a little bit crisper. Like everything just seemed a little bit too foggy. Everything just looked like I was in a haze. And I'm just like, this set is so pretty. I think this set is so pretty. I'm like, y'all did so much stuff. So much of this stuff it's like real, and I'm just like, I can't see none of it. The movie only looked good when it was nighttime because you got that glare out of the way. But no, my screen looked a goddamn mess, and I'm just like, this movie does not look right. And it sucks that some production design spent all of this time and money putting this production together, but I can't goddamn tell. I can't goddamn tell because I cannot see. Also, I had a couple issues with like some sound things. I think at sometimes in the musical numbers, you couldn't understand what some people were saying, and it was just like, I like the beat, but I don't know what the hell the words are. But other than that, I think Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are brilliant in this movie. I am endeared by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande's relationship. I know a lot of you guys find it weird. I always found it endearing. I think that they are an endearing little trio, and I said this in the Patreon because I am doing Vlogmas every day up until New Year's Eve. I will put up a new video every single day on my Patreon. I've already put up like 10 at this point. Go over there, check them out. But if you can keep up being besties for damn near 3 years, you deserve it. For all the people who think this is a stunt, they never gonna talk to each other again after all this stuff. If you can keep up pretending you best friends with somebody for 3 years, you got it. You playing a game that Ken could never play. You are playing the longest of games. So you know what? If you can do that, you deserve it. So I like them, and I think Cynthia Erivo is really good. I think because we didn't know what Ariana Grande as an actress, as an adult would be, Ariana Grande is getting most of the attention, and Ariana Grande is really good in this movie. But I also think Cynthia Erivo is really good. When any of the emotional moments in this movie, I think Cynthia Erivo sells them really well. Cynthia Erivo's voice is just great. Cynthia Erivo's voice is simply just great. I enjoyed Wicked. I would give Wicked a 3.75 stars. Like I said, I have my issues with it, but overall, like, nothing I would write home about to be like, guess what, this is why this is bad. No, it's none of that. I think it's really to the point where I just told you I want to see it again. I want to see it again. I enjoyed the musical number, especially for a movie that many people said this wasn't ever going to be able to be adaptable in this way. I'm gonna be lined up for part 2. I'm gonna be lined up for part 2. Next thing we need to come and discuss is Kenya getting scammed. Do you guys have these brands where you think they're like social media brands? Like, you're not really sure if this brand is like really like, think BetterHelp. I feel like BetterHelp is a social media brand. It's a social media brand. You only really hear people talk about it on social media. I feel like for a long time, Audible was that. Remember back in the day, everybody and their mama had an Audible sponsorship, and Audible became one of those things like social media brand. Brooklinen, I feel like is #1 social media brand. #1 social media brand is Brooklinen. If somebody got some sheets they about to put on their bed, they about to put Brooklinen sheets on their bed. And the thing is, I like Audible. I've never tried Brooklinen sheets, so they fine. And BetterHelp is always in some goddamn mess. But I decided to try a social media brand, a brand that I have literally only ever heard about from the influencer girlies, and that brand is Ruggable. Ruggable, you have made an enemy out of me. Ruggable is a social media brand where I have only seen people on social media use Ruggable. That do not mean people not on social media you don't use Ruggable. It just means I have only ever seen influencers use Ruggable. When I walk into somebody's house and be like, ooh, where you get their rug from? Nobody tell me they got their rug from Ruggable, child. It's just something on I don't think Ruggable would be a brand if people on social media did not promote Ruggable, is what I'm trying to say. So many of the girls who I like, they be doing Ruggable sponsorships, or Ruggable will send them a rug, and they be like, look, Ruggable sent me this rug. So I'm just like, Ruggable has to be nice, right? Like, why would people put Ruggable rugs on their floor? Because there are some things you get sent in like PR or something, like you can just be like, girl, bye. But like, a rug has to sit in your house. I refuse to believe people are laying out their Ruggable rug and then they rolling it back up and being like, okay, done with that shit after the sponsorship. Like, I'm assuming this is something that you are actually using, right? So I'm just like, I'm getting me a Ruggable rug because you guys, rugs are like my kryptonite. I can't get rugs right. I cannot get rugs right. My living room and my loft are two places I finally got rugs right. But I tried rugs before then. I feel like everybody who has a home, apartment, something, you have some type of decor that you just can't get right. Whether it be curtains, whether it be bedding, whether it be couches. Like, every time you get something, you just like, this ain't it. Mine is rugs. It is so hard for me to visualize rugs in spaces. And so I've been living in this house for 4 years, and I have not had a rug under my bed. I have not had a rug under my bed, and I think it looks so incomplete. I think if you're going to have this dramatic furniture in your room and you're gonna have a nice ambiance, I have these draping curtains, you need a rug. A rug completes a room. And so I'm like, it's time. It is time for me to be serious about a rug. But the thing is, I've been looking. I have looked on Pottery Barn. I have looked on West Elm. I've even gone lower. I've looked on Wayfair. I've looked on Overstock. I am constantly looking for rugs. And so it's gotten to the point where I've gotten so bad at rugs. I'm just like, I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a rug because like I would have to wrap it. Rugs are the worst thing to return. Rugs are the worst thing to return because if you put it under a bed, you got to put it under the bed, be like, this shit ain't working, take it from under the bed, and then roll it up. Figure out how you gonna roll it up and package it back in, and then ship it away. And I'm doing a 9x12 rug, so it's a huge rug. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm not going top of the line. I saw a couple things at Pottery Barn I liked. I saw some things at West Elm that I liked. And I'm just like, I'm not going that high end for a rug. I'm going on the lower end. But I ain't go that damn low. I didn't get the rug off of Amazon. Like, I just was like, okay. So I was like, Ruggable it is. I've heard of a brand. I've heard of Ruggable. I've heard of Ruggable. The thing is, when you have a feeling, when something doesn't agree with your spirit, invite that feeling in. Invite that feeling in. Accept that feeling. Acknowledge that feeling and move within that feeling. The thing about Ruggable that they want you to do is your rug is washable. That is the thing that they sell you on. You have a washable rug. You can pull up your rug and you can throw it in the washing machine. The thing about this gimmick is I don't need to wash my rug. If I spill something on a rug, there is nothing for me to get my handheld cleaner and just get it up myself. It's just not that big a deal for me to clean a rug. I do not have pets. I'm not big on pets. Your pet's not coming into my house. I don't have no pet that come into my house. So no one's throwing up on my rug. I don't have kids. So my rugs don't get dirty like that. Like, they don't get dirty to the point where I would need to take up the whole rug and throw it into a washing machine. So that didn't really sell me. And so I just didn't feel right about the idea of putting your rug on a mat. Something about putting your own rug together felt too thrifty for me. I said something about putting your own rug together kind of thrifty. I don't want to do this. And then the rug was not cheap. I think full price the rug was $700, and I'm giving you roundabout numbers. But on Black Friday, I got it on Black Friday, it was like 20% off. So I think it was like $600, $500 and something dollars. It was not a cheap rug. And I'm putting it together my damn self. But you're putting it together because of the gimmick, right? So I was down with it. I said, you know, this don't feel right, but it's okay. I'm gonna do it. So the rug comes, and it comes in a timely fashion. Had no issue with that. It was packaged well. No issue, good. So I said the other day, I was like, let's put the rug down. Because I've been putting off. It came a while ago. I was putting off putting it down. Only a few days, but I was putting it off. But something in my spirit, because I was thinking about waiting till after Christmas. I said, I'll put the rug down after Christmas. It'll be a New Year's thing. I'll turn my mattress. It'll be a whole thing. We'll have a new room for the new year. But something told me, like, Kenya, what if you need to return this? What if you need to return this and you wait and you out of the return window? You better look and see what's in this goddamn box. So I pull the rug out, easy, well enough. And I lay it out. It's a 9x12 rug. It's huge. So I can't even fully lay it out. First things first, y'all tell me, is this and this the same thing? Is this, and maybe I'm just wrong. Or this, I think they gave me the wrong thing, which I'm not knocking them. People make mistakes. So if it's the wrong thing, I am fine with that. Like, okay, they just gave me the wrong thing. But like, this seems green and this seems blue. And so I was looking through the options, and there is a blue option. I think they sent me the wrong rug. I hope they sent me the wrong rug. Because if these are supposed to be the same rug, y'all done pissed me off even more. Now y'all really playing in my face. Because these two, I don't care what somebody in the comments, because there'll always be somebody like, I think you got exactly what you paid for. Number one, I paid $600 damn for this, so no, I didn't. And number two, this is not the same goddamn rugs. There is something off about this. And rugs are usually always a little bit off, but no, the minute I took it out, I was like, blue, but you know what? I was like, I'm gonna make it work. Because you know what? I want a rug. I have not had a rug on that floor in almost 4 years. I have wanted a rug so bad. I said, maybe I can make it work. Maybe I can make the blue work, because there was a time where I actually thought about having a blue rug. So I said, maybe I can make it work. So I start, laying it out, really looking at what I got. This was the cheapest looking shit I ever seen in my life. I don't like cheap looking furniture. Everybody got their thing. There's some people who can't do cheap clothes. There's some people who can't do cheap clothes. There's some people who can't do cheap food. There's some people who can't do cheap appliances. Everybody got their thing where they draw the line. And my line is on cheap furniture. It's not what the cost. It's something like looking really, really cheap. Every now and then I can be like, it's okay. I like things to look like quality stuff that looks like it's supposed to hold up. And this looked printed onto me. The rug looks like the pattern was printed onto it, and I just couldn't do it. I said, this is disgusting. Like, this will never go down in my home. Literally, me and my man have been talking about this for the past 48 hours. Like, you remember when we was gonna put that ugly rug on the floor? Like, it was so hideous. And it wasn't hideous because necessarily designed. It was hideous because the quality was bad. It looks like somebody made it in a 3D printer. It just looks bad. And I was just like, the girls got me fucked up. The girls got me fucked up. Here is the thing. This video is sponsored by Ritual. I would not put my name next to something that I would not use. I would not put my name next to something that I think you would literally be wasting your money. I wouldn't do that. That's just simply not me. It ain't that deep. But I think when it comes to some influencers, and the reason why I want to bring this up is because we are in the Christmas time, and Christmas time is when all these brands start pumping all this money into social media marketing. And I think when you are an influencer, when you get stuff for free, it's just like it's for free, right? It's for free, and you can say that, hey, they should be thinking about the consumer and their money and their followers, but like, it's hard to do. That's easier said than done. It's really hard when somebody gives you something for free to really understand the value of something. So like, if you got this rug for free, if somebody gave me this rug for $600, I would still throw it in the trash. But if somebody did be like, hey, I got a free rug and I'm getting paid money to show it, I'ma show the rug. Ruggable, I don't think is a scammy company at the heart of it. I just think I got a bad rug, but it's not a scam. Like, there's plenty of companies that are just outright scams, and I don't think Ruggable is one of them. And so I think people promote stuff and don't think about the actual dollar amount that is going into that. So when you do your sponsorship video and you're looking at the rug, a lot of influencers don't even look up to see how much the thing that they're promoting even costs to a regular person. They're just not thinking about that. They're thinking about getting the content out, getting it to the person, and getting their money. So they don't even think about how much real money. I just think there's this like dissonance where you're just like, hey, I'm doing a sponsorship. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't, but I don't give a damn, whatever. But like, people are actually watching you. People are actually watching you, and you never know when someone is thinking, where do I get a rug? Where do I get a rug? Oh, from here, the thing that somebody who I like and I enjoy their content, I should look into something that they promoted, right? And so you think to yourself like, oh, would you buy this with the money that you make? The thing that you are promoting, would you buy this with your own money? I think a lot of people need to ask themselves that. Would you buy this thing with your own money? And I think a lot of times with a lot of these products, the answer is no. You would not. You see that this thing is not on the up and up, but because it's free and you're getting paid money to do it, you don't think about it. But the rest of us are getting screwed over. The rest of us are getting screwed over because now I have to do a whole process. They wanted a picture. They wanted all. That's why I got a picture. They wanted a picture. I got to send it back. And Ruggable has been very, very responsive. That's why I say I don't think Ruggable is a scammy ass company, but I do think that the people who are promoting stuff need to do a better job at like seeing if the stuff they're promoting is worth the price point that these companies are selling it at. That is part of, I think, your job in promoting something. Knowing if something is at a fair price. I do think this rug could be for something. If you paid $100 for this rug, $200 for this rug, and if I'm being generous, $300 for this rug, maybe it's worth the money. Man, I still can't get over the fact you got to put this shit together yourself. But for somebody, maybe this is worth $300, but it's for damn sure not worth the $700 that is at a sticker price. Be serious. Be serious. So I am just going to tell you, be wary of scams this season. And when you get scammed, call it out. I do not care. Call it out because it's getting ridiculous. And another thing that's been bothering me also this season is that I have seen more than ever this year so many people get PR. So many people get PR that they're never going to use. If a foundation comes out, they get it in every single shade. If a perfume comes out, they get it in every single scent. And there's no way one person can use all the mess that these people get in PR. Because at the same time, I'm seeing more and more influencers do PR giveaways because they're getting so much PR. PR is back, baby. And it is back and bigger than ever. So y'all have all this money to give away free stuff, but more than ever, I have seen things that say final sale, no returns. You have to ask, you need 50 million questions when I try to return stuff. Stuff is not what it's being marketed as. And it's just like, so wait a minute. You have all this product to give away for free, but me, the person who bought it with my hard-earned money, I can barely get a response back when I have an issue with my order. Final sale, I gotta return it in 10 days or you don't want it no more. Which one is it? It's this world where like influencers are living in this world where everything is great. That's the thing. I don't even think influencers are being nefarious because in their world, things are great. These companies are responsive. They're getting their money back. If you're an influencer, it's great when you buy stuff because they don't want you to say anything bad about them. But the regular consumer, the people they trying to reach, oh, they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. And it's just like you can give away free product to have a TikTok, but me who spent my hard-earned money, I got all types of stipulations before I can even return something. BC stuff getting lost in the post and you acting like I stole something. Come on. So anyways, that is my Christmas rant. Be careful of scams around the holidays. I will talk to you guys in the next one.